It is said that your perspective on life should change after the age of 50. If you have been running with your eyes only on what lies ahead in the first half of your life, now is the time to pause and catch your breath and prepare well for the second half. Are you wondering where you are heading? Laozi says that knowing when to stop is essential to avoid danger and to go far. As you grow older, you need the wisdom to stop instead of rushing forward. Live a life that flows with the wind and the water, just as Laozi said. By letting go of desires and not hurrying, living each day in balance and harmony, you resemble nature itself. When the wind blows, let it blow. When the water flows, let it flow. Live in accordance with the natural order of things. From the age of 50, it's not about speed but about direction. Just as my younger days determine who I am now, the habits I am cultivating in the early stages of the second half of my life will determine the quality of my future. To resemble nature is to avoid conflicts. Laozi says that adults give to others without accumulating for themselves, yet they end up having more. They share with others, but their wealth increases. The best way to avoid conflicts is to resemble nature itself. Nature does not fight. Among plants, there is no struggle to invade the territory of others. Pine trees stay in their own space, as do oak trees. They guard their own domains. If you empty your desires, you will no longer covet what belongs to others, and conflicts will cease. Being content with what you have and living in satisfaction will make disputes disappear, and there will be no need to fight. Live a simple life and abandon unnecessary desires. Even with few possessions, you can live a happy life. Always remember that very little is needed for a happy life. Looking back on the turning point in life, it is true. Having more does not necessarily make us happier, and having less does not necessarily make us less happy. If we live in contentment with what we have, anyone can live happily. By removing the excess in life, you can focus more on what you truly want to do and spend more time on it. As a result, your work efficiency will increase and unnecessary distractions will disappear, leaving your body and mind at ease. By simplifying the scope of your life, you will eliminate clutter in your mind and reduce the fatigue that comes from relationships. Everyone comes into this world empty-handed and leaves empty-handed. Even billionaires with trillions of dollars in assets will be dressed in only one set of clothes and enter the afterlife alone. The things we call mine and my possessions are like fleeting clouds that temporarily stay by our side. To live the remaining life peacefully and freely, it is important to let go of the desires and attachments to possessions. Life can be lonely, and in the end we are alone. It is better to live a solitary life enduring loneliness in the final moments than to be like others. Looking back on our lives, the past days that we only filled were so empty and lonely. When we empty ourselves, we are left with only the things that will fill us, and if we fill our hearts with wisdom, our lives after 50 can be even more abundant and beautiful. After tirelessly running in a rapidly changing world, if you who have done your best are left with only emptiness and lack, why not try living like this from the age of 50? Take the time to savor the things that become visible only when you stop. You will come to appreciate how beautiful even the small grass that you passed by indifferent